Hey everyone, welcome to Iron Mike's FAI Nations Cup at Kyoto. So we'll be getting into a bit of qualifying here, bear with me. I'll show you the car I chose in a little while, but I did try a number of cars on this track. It is quite small and windy. There's obviously some very fast cars, but I found them to be a little bit unstable during the race. And if you go off track, you're just losing a lot of time. And also tyre wear in some of these cars and fuel were not the best. So there was a particular car I chose that I thought had good tyre wear, had good fuel consumption, and was nice and stable. It just lacked a bit of top end speed, I think. Now when I was practicing, I could actually do a non-stopper, but I found I did do all three races. The first race I did another 19th, last place, and finished 9th. The second race was a bit rough, got bumped around a bit, and so this was my best result. Now this is the end of the qualifying. This is the last attempt, so we'll see how we go. I thought I'll just throw everything at this. There is quite a mix of cars in this race, which is good to see. Not everyone picked the Supra, so it kind of throws things around a bit. And in my last ditch effort, I was actually quite surprised. Qualifying in softs, of course, and I thought I'd finish second. I actually qualified third. Someone jumped me and I've cut that out. Bad editing. This part of the track, the chicane, I just wanted to point it out. It's a bit like Chicane of Death, not as bad, but it's a bit like a lady. Sometimes it can be good to you, or sometimes it can be hell, depending on the day, I guess. So while we're waiting for the race to start, we'll just pan back and we'll see how that chicane is going. Let's see if she's going to be nice for us. Oh, that's not good. Oh, thank God for that. The race is starting. Oof, don't want to see that. Hum with me, guys. Superman. God knows what that statue is. I know it's a person, but is it? I can't make sense of the that statue. So like I said, it's a bit weird there. It looks like I'm in second place, and I thought, oh, maybe one of the guys has pulled out. But no, I'm in third. There's Shogunner. And I was a bit surprised. So as you can see, I'm in the VW, the Beetle. And I was a bit surprised I actually got that far up. So my plan, my strategy, I've got 7, you can see there I've put my fuel mix to 6 again. I've got 7 gears in this Beetle, and I try and make the most of it. So my fuel can get me right to the end. Most other cars can't, probably need an extra 2 laps. And if I can stick strictly to my strategy and just be smooth as possible, I can make it all the way. But unfortunately, in a race like this, see the guy in my review, you know, pushing and pushing, even to the point of here, like, mate, 2 cars, don't go into one. Back off, idiot. But unfortunately, I found myself getting caught up in the moment of racing, and I'd be chewing my tyres away, so I wasn't able to do a non-stop stint. I mean, I could finish it, but I knew I'd be struggling right at the end. So all 3 races I actually pitted. And I was surprised there, I had a reasonable gap behind me. So it's just a matter of hanging on to these guys. So you'll see there will be a few moments on the straights. I actually do put it up to 7th gear. And down here I begin to lift and then gear down and brake, of course. Want to try and keep in their slipstream but not pushing it too hard. So up here 6th and then 7th. I think the other thing I found as well was if I'm practicing on my own, I'm not in a slipstream, and I found with racing, if I'm in a slipstream, I've got less, maybe in the dirty air, I've got less downforce. And so when I'm going around these kind of corners, don't know if I'm in slipstream there, but possibly, but I'm losing grip, and that's what's ruining the tyres. Trying to treat this chicane as nice as I can. So the other cars, I found if I went up on the curbs, I'd actually lose a lot of traction and almost spin the car out. And if I'm doing that in practice, it's pretty much get rid of that car, because I'm the kind of person who will bin it quite easily. So pick a car that's nice and safe. That's me, a safe driver. So finishing off lap 2, still in, well, I've lost 1 position, I was 3rd. So it looks like the 3 guys ahead are just getting away from me, and I can just feel a bit of pressure from the guy behind. You can see here I'm trying to focus on my tyres, so just try and let him go. Down into 5th, and obviously now it's, you know, I've let him pass, and now it's grab his slipstream and try and stick with this guy. Try my hardest to keep it as smooth as I can. But like I said, the first 2 races I had to pit, and I pretty much knew that I'd be pitting as well in this. So a pit takes about 10 seconds, so I was trying my hardest to stay within a 10-second range. of first place. So you can see I'm not using any traction control. Like I said, this car's nice and stable. That's right. That guy span out and handed 4th place back. And as I'm driving off, I'm looking at the time splits, and I could see I'm actually getting quite a bit of a gap behind me. So that sort of made me a bit more relaxed. Jumping through to lap, what's this, 5? Yeah, I was just saying before, this car's nice and stable, so I haven't needed to use traction control, but I haven't really used traction control all that much now, unless it's absolutely necessary. But it does surprise me when I look at replays, and there's quite a few people that still use it. I'm surprised. So staying in 4th position from lap 4 or 5 through to 9. This is my in lap now, because my tyres are pretty chewed out. So putting mediums on now, and then I accidentally allow a bit of fuel to go in, a little bit more than what I wanted, I think. So coming out into 5th. This guy pits, so it gives me 4th back, and I don't have any more pits. It's only a 1-stopper, so this is me on my way aiming for the finish line. So I'm in 4th place, and I think Shogunner has pitted, and he's come out with mediums. I think I may have said in the past I'll put softs on, but it's only medium and hard. He's put mediums on as well, and he was slowly getting away from me. But this is pretty much how the race stayed for a while. So that was lap 11. We're on lap 12. Same situation. Lap 13. No change. Lap 14, and he was actually getting away from me. He's getting up to about 6 seconds ahead. Lap 15, and here we go. So same scenario. That's a lapped car in front of me there, and I actually thought maybe someone hasn't put the right tyres on, or they're going to have an accident, so push as hard as I can. And next minute there's yellow flags, and here's Shogunner 6 seconds ahead, just pushing it way too hard for no reason, and he bins it. And so I just couldn't believe it, and through I come. There he is, into 3rd place. And I thought he pitted after me, so I couldn't work out what was going on there. But with all that in focus, I almost go off track, go a bit too wide there. But around the corner, I finally lap a car, and 3rd place. So I hold my position from the beginning of the race. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I enjoyed racing. It was actually quite a short track, but 15 laps was quite demanding. Hopefully all your races went well, and look forward to seeing them on YouTube as well. See you in the next one.